Bring out your dead, because today we check out the Necron Ghost Ark.
Sci-Fi Wargamers.
Greetings, hobby fans. My name's Marcel, and it's my mission to help you explore the hobby. And if you've got a big bit of spider web on your arm like me, then you'll realise that you are inundated with spiders in your house. Anyway, today we're going to check out the Necron Ghost Ark, which is a strange and interesting vehicle for the Necron army. Let's jump in. Necron Ghost Arks. There have been Ghost Arks since the very earliest days of the Necron tier. Then they were simple wooden carriages pulled by toiling beasts of burden, commissioned by families of the dead to convey corpses from their homes to their place of interment. Thousands of years later, at the time of biotransference, the now motorized Ghost Arks took on darker connotations. Guided by grim-faced soldiers, they prowled the streets of the great cities. No longer was their business with the dead, but with the living, for they were the means by which unwilling citizens were dragged to the great transformative machines. Though the leaders of the Necron tier had pledged their allegiance to the Catan, few of the common people wished for the change that was upon them. So did the Ghost Arks often convey the broken bodies of those beaten near unto death by the government's enforcers, for only a spark of life and memory was required for biotransference. As resistance grew, the Ghost Arks were crewed no longer by soldiers of flesh and blood, but by the first wave of converted Necrons, and with that all pretense at mercy and compassion ended. With each load of living cargo that the Ghost Arks claimed, their reputation grew ever darker and their aspect ever more bleak. By the time biotransference was almost complete, the mere sight of a Ghost Ark was enough to provoke terror in those observers who could any longer feel such things. Those still living who saw the Ghost Arks about their work swore that the tortured souls of their victims flew thick about the wagons, haunting the air with mournful voices. Much has changed for the Necrons in the countless millennia since, and the role of the Ghost Ark has changed with it. No longer the goalers of the living, they are now the redeemers of the fallen, tasked with trawling the battlefields for remnants of Necrons no longer able to reconstruct themselves. Recovered components are then set upon by swarms of constructor scarabs. Working with near silent efficiency, they return the fallen Necron to function if repairs are possible, or dissolve it into reusable raw energy if they are not. Repaired Necrons are then locked in stasis until the Ghost Ark is at capacity, at which point it will either return its salvaged cargo to their tomb world or else deploy them directly to the battlefield. Ghost Arks are often pressed into service as conventional transport vehicles, conveying reinforcements to some vital area of the battlefield, or allowing Necron forces to attack from an unexpected quarter. The enemy's predicament is made all the worse by the fact that Necrons deployed in this fashion are, to all intents and purposes, accompanied by their own mobile repair station. Only by destroying the Ghost Ark can the foe have any hope of victory. So there you have it. That is the Necron Ghost Ark. I think these are an interesting addition to any Necron army. These remind me of a corpse cart, or the old guys in medieval times who would go around with their trolleys and collect the corpses from your homes. What do you think of the Ghost Ark? Is it a good miniature? Is it a bad miniature? Would you run one in your army? How would you run it? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy the content on this channel, then please consider joining our Patreon, the link to which is in the description below. If you want to see more Necron lore, then check out the playlist up here somewhere. Don't whack your elbow like me. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. That means you, Laura. As always, thank you very much for watching, and always remember to drill your barrels.